Hey everyone, this is Kyrie091 hanging out with you today. As you can see, I did do a little bit of modifications to the smeltery here. I added another layer to it so it can now hold 27 pieces instead of 18. You can see it's got a, well, you can't see because there's nothing in it, but if there was something in there, you'd see when I'd scroll down that there's more space in there. And I dug out a room that I'm planning on using for something down here. You can see it's kind of carved up and there's some water down here. Well, there's a reason for all this stuff, I promise you. So, let's get started on it, and yeah. Alright, I think I should have some bread over here. I gotta grab that real quick. Alrighty. Oh, you know what? There's one thing I want to do first. Here's what we'll do. Let's grab some planks, and let's make a chest. Then we'll grab some cobble, and we should have some smooth stone in here, and we're going to make ourselves one of these. Let's see if I can remember the recipe without looking it up. There it is. The trash can. It's added by Extra Utilities, and it does just what you would think it does. Just deletes items. So if I have way too much cobble, I can just put it in here, and it's gone. It's gone like it never existed. That's a pretty handy block to have, in my opinion, because sometimes you end up with way too much of something. Anyway, I am going to go take care of the farm and do a couple other things off camera, and I'll be right back with you, and we will get started on the stuff for today's episode. We're going to do some thermal expansion machinery, and that's why we get this room dug out down here. So I'll be right back with you, and we will get going. Okay, so using the smeltery and the grindstone, I went ahead and took care of most of the ore. We still have some aluminum, silver, and some ferrous that we haven't dealt with yet, but we'll get there. But we do have plenty of copper, and we do have some tin and some iron and some lead and gold, and that's basically what I need to show you what I want to show you. The first thing I want to go over real quick is the reason that we have this tin ingot and this tin ingot. It's because they're added by different mods. Industrial Craft 2 has a tin ingot that looks like this. Tinker's Construct has a tin ingot that looks like that. But even though they look a little different, they're used interchangeably. You can do any recipe that calls for tin. You can use any kind of tin you want. Doesn't have to be one over the other. Let's see. Alright, what are we making? We're going to need some copper. We're going to need, we'll get the copper later. Gold, iron, glass. We're going to need some machine frames. We'll need, let's see, how many will we need? At least four of them, I think. So we're going to put 4 of each, like that, and then we'll put tin in the corners, or, I'm sorry, iron in the corners, and we'll get machine frames. So we got 4 machine frames. Let's get our iron back. And let's make some redstone reception coils. We're going to need 3 of those. So here's how you make those. We're going to put 3 gold in the middle, and then we're going to put 3 redstone on either side. And we got some redstone reception coils. Where's that clay? We got some clay. I'm going to have to cook that up right now. We'll get this cooking while we're waiting here. There we go. Alright, so then we're going to need a pneumatic servo. That sounds kind of complicated, but it's not. Let's grab some redstone, and we'll make a pneumatic servo. I can never remember the recipe for it. I think it's like this. Nope, must be like this. There we go, pneumatic servo. Okay. I think we need tin now. We'll grab that one. And we'll put a machine frame. We'll put a couple pieces of glass. Pneumatic servo. Tin, I believe, is what goes there in a bucket. And we get the aqueous accumulator. That's added by thermal expansion, and I'll show you what that does in just a moment. Okay, next let's make the... Oh, we need a piston, don't we? Let's make a piston real quick. Let's get some planks and some cobble. I'm pretty sure you guys all know how to make pistons, but I'll make one real quick here. Let's see if I can remember how to make pistons. I always get the iron and the redstone backwards on them. There we go. Okay, we need some flint out of this chest. And I believe we're going to need some copper now, so I don't know why I bothered putting it back. I knew I was going to need it. Alright, we're going to put the piston up at the top, the machine frame. We're going to put copper at the bottom. We're going to put flint right here and right there, and a redstone reception coil, and that will get us the pulverizer. There's our pulverizer. See how those clay is coming along over here? Alright, we almost got all what we need here. Just a little bit more. Is there enough coal to finish it? Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright. While we're waiting on that, I actually don't remember how to make the... We're going to need... Oops. We're going to need a few steam dynamos. So, let's see. Steam dynamo. There it is. We need copper gears, which is copper around iron. So, let's make... We'll make 3 steam dynamos for now. We have enough materials to do it. There we go. Okay, so what else do we need for a steam dynamo? We need a redstone transmission coil. Well, I guess we're going to have to cook up some of this silver. We can do that using the smeltery. That'll be faster than using the grindstone. So I'll let the silver cook up and I'll be right back with you. See, this is what I love about these Tinker's Construct crafting tables. I can put the recipe in there and walk away and it stays there. Alright, let's make the transmission coils and then we'll go back over to the other crafting table and finish it up. Again, we have 2 different kinds of silver and they're interchangeable. They do the exact same thing, but we'll use this one. Does not make a difference which one you use. Okay, grab all those. Now we're going to come over here and we'll put the transmission coils up at the top of the dynamo. And we end up with 3 steam dynamos. Alright. We are going to need some leadstone energy conduit. And we'll need a leadstone energy cell. Let's see what we're going to need for the conduits. Well, for the conduits we're going to need glass, lead on either side, and lots of redstone. Okay, so where's our lots of redstone? There it is, and we got some glass. Let's get some lead ingots. I know we got a few in here. Let's see if we can make a leadstone energy cell right now, too. Yeah, I think we can. So first we'll make a block of redstone. There's that. And we'll make the energy cell frame. There it is. And we'll make a leadstone energy cell. We need redstone conductance coil. That is going to require some electrum. Let's make some electrum. I bet we can do it in the smeltery. If we put in 1 piece of silver and 1 piece of gold, we'll go ahead and let that cook up and we'll make some electrum. While that's cooking, let's go ahead and continue making stuff. We need a pulverizer. We already have our pulverizer. We need 2 of the redstone furnaces. We're going to need some bricks to make that. So, let's go ahead and place our bricks there. And a piece of redstone up at the top. Only need 2 pieces. Our 2 reception coils at the bottom. We have 2 machine frames to put here, and I believe it requires copper on either side. There it is. 2 redstone furnaces ready to go. Okay, let's make some of this leadstone energy conduit now. We can probably just shift-click the recipe right up there, and we don't need to make all that. We'll get by just making a couple of them. Maybe we'll make 1 more just to be safe. Okay, so there is that. Let's see if our gold and silver is done melting down yet. Yes, it is. Let's see. Molten electrum. Electrum is a combination of gold and silver. You just do 1 part gold, 1 part silver, and you get electrum. You don't have to use the smeltery to make it. There's another way that you can make it. You could grind up the gold and silver in the grindstone, and then mix the dust together in a crafting window. That would do it. You can also use a thermal expansion machine that we will eventually make one of to make redstone. So there's a few different ways you can do it. You know, okay. So there we go, redstone conduction coil, that's done. Let's put our leadstone energy cell together. And I will grab some fluid duct. And I'm going to need my crescent hammer, I'm sure. And I will meet you in the machine room. Well, what's going to be the machine room anyway. And we'll start building all this, alright? Alright, the first thing to go over is how these steam dynamos work. Let's right click on it and take a look at the interface. They need 2 things. They need fuel, which we'll use coal right now. And they need water to produce steam. So you dump some water in there, and look at that. The thing turns on, and immediately it's going to start producing energy. You can see it producing steam over here, and it's going to use that steam to make energy. You can see it burning through the coal right there, and it's using up the water. Well, that's how they work. They need coal or any type of fuel, and they need water. So instead of sitting there feeding it buckets of water, we're going to go about it differently. We're going to place an aqueous accumulator down here in the water, and you can see this thing filling up with water. It's absorbing the water on either side of it without actually using up the source block, which is what's really neat about aqueous accumulators. Now we're going to place fluid ducts like so, and those should be filling up with water right now from the aqueous accumulator. Let's go ahead and place our dynamos and see if that's true. Look at this. The dynamos are filling up with water because those fluid ducts underneath them are being fed by that aqueous accumulator. Alright, now we're going to place our leadstone energy cell. This is basically just a big battery that holds energy in it. That's all it is. We'll put it right there. And now let's get some leadstone energy conduit. And we'll place these just like that. And they're being fed into the energy cell there. Now we're going to come along and run some underneath where our machines are going to be. Okay. You know what? Let's move our machine line one over here. Let's extend it to right there. Just like that. Because I don't want to put a machine in the corner because it'll be, well, I guess I could have. Alright. Anyway. I'm going to need to dig that out too, huh? So, now that we have these things hooked up, we'll set them so that they only operate when they get a redstone signal. We'll set them all to high. The differences here with these controls, you can have them on ignored, which means the dynamo is going to be on and producing power regardless. You can have them on low, which means they only work when they're not getting a redstone signal. And you can have them on high, which means they only work when they are getting a redstone signal. That's the one that we want, so we'll do that. I have a stick with me. Well, I do now have a stick with me. We'll make a lever, and we will place this lever right there. And I think we should be able to just put some redstone on the ground in front of these. Turn the lever on and they should work if they had coal, that is, and they don't. So we'll put some coal in there and see if it works. Alright, it's not working. I think I know why. I think the redstone signal is not getting to the dynamos, so we'll do it like this. We'll put them there just like that, and we'll place the redstone up on top. And we'll put the lever down at the end here, I guess. And we'll put the lever on the side of this block. There we go. So you can see the one that has coal is currently producing power. Let's go ahead and put some coal in this one, and he should turn on too. And let's go get some more coal to put into the third one. So we are producing power right now. How about that? That's pretty neat, huh? Let's head on back in here. And if we give this guy some coal, yep, he fires right up there. Okay, so as you can see, all you got to do is keep these things supplied with coal and water, and they produce power. The leadstone energy cell over here is a battery that holds the power. And we'll set this one to ignored because we want it to do its job regardless of whether it gets a redstone signal. So the reason that, well, let's see if we can explain this here. If we look at the configuration of the leadstone energy cell, let's set this side to blue. Blue is receiving power, so you can look at the block right at its face, and you can see this here is the face of the block. This is the right side, this is the top, this is the left side, this is the bottom, and this is the back. So right now, this energy cell is receiving power on the right side because the right side is blue. The other sides are all yellow, which means they're not doing anything at all. That's why it's not connected to this the energy conduit over here. So what we want is for it to output energy on the left side. So we'll set that side to orange. Now you see the energy conduit is connected. It receives energy from the right side, and it outputs energy on the left side. And that's where our machines are going to go. Let's start placing them now. We'll put the pulverizer in the middle of our machine line, and we will put the redstone furnaces on either side. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. Let's go do that. Let's Let's see here. How can we do this? You know what? Let's use just some good old these things here. We're just going to use some transport pipes. We'll use lead. Oh, that's not what I want. I want iron. We'll use iron ingots to make some iron transport pipes. And we'll use gold ingots to make some gold transport pipes. And that should be enough for what we're doing. Let's go place these and we'll see if our contraption works here. I bet you it will, but let's find out. So we're going to put the iron transport pipes behind each of the machines. Let's break these open so we can see what we're doing a little bit. Alright. Get some light going in here too. Kind of dark. Okay. And then we want, we'll dig in here a little bit like this. And we'll put, oh goodness gracious. Alright. And we'll put gold transport pipes behind it. Okay, gold transport pipes, just like this, leading into the back of that chest. Now, we need to configure the pipes such that they don't send stuff back. Let's see. I'm kind of fuzzy on how these work. It's been a while, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So let's take a look at the interface on these machines here. So we want them all to be ignored for their redstone control. And we want to set the configuration of the machine. If you hold shift and click the middle, it makes them all blank. So this is, okay, the pulverizer is going to be where we feed all of the stuff into to be pulverized, and then it'll be smelted after that. So the pulverizer's input is blue, just like how the input on the energy cell is blue. And the pulverizer is going to be fed from the top, and it's going to output to the left and to the right. The orange is the output. So it's going to accept stuff in the top, and then it's going to send it into this furnace or into this furnace. As you can see, these things have filled up with power from the energy cell and from this here. Probably turn that off now because it looks like our energy cell is pretty much full. Okay, so then we want the furnaces to accept stuff from this furnace will accept from that side, and this one will accept from that side. So as the pulverizer feeds it in, the furnaces will accept it. The furnaces will output on the back. Make the back orange there. So now the furnaces are going to be outputting out of the back. And you can see that the pipes are connected to the back, but they're not connected to the back of the pulverizer because the pulverizer is not set to connect to a pipe on the back. Let's do something. Let's go get some ore. What do we got? We can cook up. We got some ferrous. Let's go ahead and throw some ferrous into our machine line here, and let's see if it works. So remember, we're going to be feeding into the top of the pulverizer. In fact, let's make one of these real quick. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Where's my planks? I don't know if I've shown you this yet. The ground crafting table, you just push C, and you can build stuff on the ground. You can craft just like this. So we're going to make a chest, and we're going to take iron. We're making a hopper right now is what we're doing. That shouldn't be news to you. So we'll place the iron, and there's our hopper. Place the hopper on top, and now you can see the hopper is going to feed into the pulverizer, and the pulverizer is going to feed into the furnaces, and the furnaces are going to feed into the chest. So everything that we cook in this contraption is automatically going to be deposited into the chest. Let's see if it works. Okay, we can see that it made it into the furnace because it's now in the furnace. Oh, we got to reconfigure the pipes. The pipes are not set up properly. Let's see if this works. There, let's see if that works. I bet you that'll work. Yep, and they're going to make their way. The ingots are going to make their way into the gold pipe, and they're going to end up in the chest. So I think we have this set up properly. All we got to do, if we need stuff taken care of, we just drop it off into the hopper, and it'll be done. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover up all of our workings here. Now from their torch. And you get down from there too. Okay. Alright, so we have a very simple but very effective machine line set up here. There's a few other things I want to do with it, but we'll do that next time because we are out of time on this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Alrighty.